I listened to the statements made today by the Republican leader about the increase in this fee that is to be paid into the oil spill liability fund. Now, I'd like to ask the chairman of the Finance Committee. Currently, the fee is 8 cents a barrel.
That's correct.
And the price of a barrel of oil, as of this morning's Wall Street Journal, is $71.99 a barrel.
That's correct.
So this is a small, tiny fraction.
The current fee.
Current fee. 1/10 of 1%.
Correct.
As best I can calculate
That's
it.
Right.
That is being paid by oil companies into a fund so that if there would be a spill and the oil company responsible couldn't pay for it, that they would at least accumulate enough money to protect the taxpayers.
That's correct.
From this liability.
And that is correct, I might say, my friend, and also that this fund was created in the wake of the Exxon Valdez spill.
21 years ago. And I might also ask the chairman of the Finance Committee, it's my understanding that the total value of the current oil spill liability fund is somewhere in the range of $1.5 billion.
I think that's about, I can't be certain, but it's about that.
So the effort in this bill is to increase that barrel tax paid by oil companies for this oil spill liability fund to
41 cents.
41 cents. So 41 cents would represent, as I can calculate it, 1/2 of 1% of the current cost of a barrel of oil.
With current oil priced at $71 a barrel.
Right. And so the argument from the other side is that even if we accumulate this money and put it into this fund for cleaning up spills, their argument is you shouldn't count it as additional money being held by the federal government at the same time. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And if we failed to count it as an additional source of revenue being held by the federal government, is it not true it would be subject to a budget point of order, which would then require 60 votes, which allows the oil companies to find 41 friends on the Senate floor, and I think I know where they'll start looking, and defeat this effort to create this tax?
I might say that's my reading of the Budget Act. That's correct.
And can I also ask the chairman of the Finance Committee, in this situation where BP is clearly responsible for the mess in the Gulf of Mexico and has at least stated its responsibility, in this case, we have a deep pocket defendant that declared $5.6 billion in profits the first quarter of this year. But if the next spill, the next accident, which results in multi-billion-dollar damage to the Gulf of Mexico or wherever, is caused by a company without deep pockets, this fund is the only place to turn to protect taxpayers.
That's exactly correct.
And if we fail to increase this tax and increase the size of this fund, it means that the taxpayers will be called on to bail out other oil companies that may be responsible for similar damage in the future.
And that's the precise theory of the oil trust funds in the first place, but now it needs to be, the cap has to be raised.
So all the protests from the other side of the aisle about this 40-cent tax on big oil companies is basically to not only protect the big oil companies, but to put the taxpayers on the hook for another bailout.
That is correct.
We run into another oil spill.
That's exactly right. If the company if the fund's not large enough, that's exactly correct.